What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm doing my fall beauty essentials, and I think this is the first time that I ever do a video like this. I don't think I've ever done an essentials video except for maybe summertime. Not exactly sure, but I'm thinking of doing these videos possibly every season, but maybe just from summer to fall and then from winter to spring. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure yet, but for today we are doing my fall beauty essentials, and I have a basket right here just full of all of my favorite products for when the weather kind of starts to change. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. I'm gonna try to go in some kind of order, but for the most part I'm just gonna pick and choose out of the basket. So the first thing I have here is a Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer, and this primer I like using specifically in fall and winter because my skin isn't as oily as it is during the spring and the summertime. It adds additional moisture. I love to moisturize my skin a lot, so even though I do have oily skin, I still like to go in with a moisturizer before makeup application and with a hydrating primer, especially in fall and winter. And this one is really good even in the summertime. Like, it doesn't add grease or oil to the skin. It just makes it look a lot more hydrated and adds a little bit of a glow. And it seriously just looks like a moisturizer, and it blends in just like a really hydrating moisturizer. So this one is most definitely a favorite. That's the only primer that I have. And then I have 3 foundations. For foundations, I can usually kind of manipulate the finish of it, but I do have specific ones that I like to use more in the fall time. So one of them is an oldie but a goodie, and it's the L'Oreal True Match foundation, and I've been using this one quite a bit lately, mixing it with other foundations or just using it on its own. This does have about a medium coverage and you can build it up, but what I most like about this foundation is the finish of it. It lasts all day and the finish is really nice. It looks kind of like a natural finish. It's not overly dewy and it's not a matte foundation either, but I use mine in the color W6, and this does have SPF, which SPF you should be using all year round. So yeah, I think this one's really great. If you haven't tried this foundation, it's from the drugstore. Give it a try. It's a really good one. And one that I've been using ever since I received it is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. And this foundation right here is pretty matte. It dries up and it doesn't move. So what I like to do with this one is actually mix it in with my Sephora Radiant Luminizing Drops in the color Ultra Light. And this with this right here is a perfect combo for the fall and winter months. And then another one that I've been using ever since I received it, and you guys probably already know which foundation it is because I've been using it on my channel a ton. It's the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation Stick in the color Warm Beige. This one's a good foundation all year round. Now, what I will say is it does tend to get a little bit oily looking on my skin after a few hours, but I don't mind touching up with this foundation because I'm obsessed with the finish of it and the coverage and how quick it is to apply. This is what I'm wearing on my skin right now. You can see it makes my skin look kind of glowy, really hydrated. And if I were to touch up just a little bit, which I'll do on camera for you guys right now, if I were to just put a little bit of translucent powder over it, it looks like I just applied it, and it looks still natural and it doesn't look overly cakey at all. So you can see I touched up just in my T-zone and it looks as good as new. From here, I don't know what order I'm gonna go in, so I guess I'll just do highlighters next. And one that I have here is from the drugstore. It's the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter. This one's nice in the summertime as well because it's super intense, but I like to use this in the fall for when I do want an intense glow. I just did a swatch right there. You can see how crazy pigmented that is. This one's really nice. It's a gold, like it says, gold metallic highlight, and it's really pretty. This isn't the one I'm wearing on my skin right now, but the one I'm wearing right now is this Lancome Dual Finish Highlighter in Sparkling Peach. It's a multitasking illuminating powder, and it's supposed to have all day wear. I received this in PR, and when I swatched it, I just knew that this was going to be a new favorite of mine. This is probably one of the creamiest feeling highlighters that I've ever tried, and it's a powder. It's not a cream product, it's a powder. So I just did a swatch. Look at how intense it is. So I just picked some up on my finger, and you can see just how crazy pigmented that is. And it looks like skin. It blends into the skin really nicely. It doesn't look powdery at all. This one's really nice. Once you apply it, you don't have to worry about trying to blend it and make it look like natural. It just does the job for you. And then one that I recently tried out is this Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter, and this is in the color Champagne. Mine came broken, but I still make it work. This is how it looks, and it's also a really creamy, soft feeling. Actually, I think this one's a bit softer than the Lancome one. And this, I would describe it more as a cushion highlight. I'm trying to find where the swatch. I guess I'll do it right here. Look at that. Crazy pigmented. This is another one that looks really skin-like. So I have two bronzers right here, but one of them I use as a blush. So I'm gonna start with the shade that I use as a bronzer. And I featured this one in a video recently. It's a Panama Sun from Becca Cosmetics. And this is what it looks like. You can see it's definitely a warm tone shade. So I like bronzing all year round. Fall, winter, spring, summer. I love using bronzers. It just complements my skin. And so this one I like it because it has a slight shimmer to it. And in the fall, like I said, my skin isn't as oily, so I like to add a little bit more of a glow. And I like to just make it look really healthy and really bronzy. And this does the job for me. And it's not too dark. Another one that's part of this collection is the color Maui Nights, but I don't use this as a bronzer because it's way too like reddish. But I use this as a blush, and you can see the difference in the tones here. This definitely looks more like a bronzer, and this looks more like a blush. So I'm wearing both of these on my skin right now. First I did the bronzer, well, they're both bronzers, but I did the bronzy shade, and then I applied this deep reddish pinky shade on top of it, and I've been loving this combination ever since. One other blush that I have that's very similar to this one, but it's more on the copper side, is also from Becca Cosmetics. Their blushes, if you haven't tried them, they're amazing. I'm not going to talk about the entire palette. I just want to talk about this shade right here. I do have it in the individual pan, but it actually broke on me. Well, I broke it by accident. I dropped it. And so I don't want to pull it out because it's going to make a big mess. But this is the shade Blushed Copper, and this is a blush. It has a really pretty shimmer to it as well. And I love to use this over top of bronzers. That's a really nice coppery tone blush. And I posted it on my Snapchat too, and I saw a few of you guys screenshot it. So if you guys go and swatch it in store, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I have some skincare, and then I have lipsticks. So I'll do skincare last, and I'll do lip products now. So I guess I'll start with lip liners, and I'll start with the two that I'm wearing right now. And they're both from MAC Cosmetics. One is, I think it's pronounced chicory or chicory, and the other one is chestnut. And I first did chicory. I don't even know if that's how it's said. I believe it's chicory. But that's what that one looks like. In person, it looks more like a brick red with a hint of a deep orange. And I tapped a little bit of chestnut, which is just a deep brown. I did a little bit of that one over top. That's the lip combination I'm wearing on my lips right now. So these are nice for fall. You can see exactly why. They just give you that fall vibe. A little bit of an orange, a little bit of a brown. And then two other ones that I like to use are, one of them is from MAC, and this is another one that I use all year round. It's Stripped Down, but it's a perfect nude, especially when you just want something quick. It has like a nice brownish tint to it, and then my lips are already a little bit brown, so then adding it on top, it creates like the perfect brownish nude. So that's really pretty. And the last one that I have is from Urban Decay, and this is the 24 Glide On Lip Pencil in Conspiracy. I mainly like the color of this pencil, the formula. It gets a little bit messy sometimes, and it's not as matte as I would want a lip pencil to be, but the color kind of makes up for it. So it's this one right here. It's like a burgundy deep, not deep brown, because this is a deep brown right here, but it's like a burgundy brown shade. It's really, really pretty on its own or underneath another deep color or even underneath a nude. So those are all of the lip liners that I have. Let me wipe that off so I can show you guys the lipsticks. I have 2 like actual lipsticks, and then I have a few liquid lipsticks. So one favorite lately has been Derriere from MAC Cosmetics, but it's a brown lipstick. I love brown lipsticks for the fall. That's what it looks like. And when I wore this in a video once, a lot of you guys were like, what lip color is that? Because it's really pretty and it's a matte lipstick. It's very creamy, so you don't have to worry about it drying up your lips. So that's always nice, especially in the fall time. And then this one is from Hourglass Cosmetics. And this is one of their new shades, or one of their new lipsticks, I should say. It's in the color I've Been. And this packaging comes separate, the gold. But this one has a little bit more of a satin finish. It's not as matte, but these are extremely pigmented. And the color is really pretty. It's like a plum mauve-y color. And I like wearing more satin lipsticks like this when my entire face is matte. Matte eyeshadow, matte blush, matte bronzer. I like to use a creamy lipstick because I feel like it makes it pop a lot more. I don't usually like using satin lipsticks like this when I have really highlighted and glowy skin, because I feel like it's just too much and it doesn't look balanced to me. So when my entire makeup is matte, then I like to go in with more of a satin lipstick like this, or you can even use this as a cream blush if you wanted to. I have 4 liquid lipsticks. One of them, I don't know if it's discontinued. It's from ColourPop, and you know ColourPop is always changing like their lip colors or discontinuing certain colors. So I really hope it's not. If it is, I'll like let you guys know in the description box. But the first one, and you guys know this is a favorite because I've been using it forever. This is a Too Faced Naughty by Nature, and it's a matte liquid lipstick. And I like the formula of these because they don't get crumbly and they don't make your lips super, super dry. Plus, they're really pigmented. It's another brown, but this is a deep warm brown. The next one I have is a MAC matte lip. Can't even talk. It's a MAC matte liquid lip color in the color Carnivorous. This color is like a deep, vampy red. Look at that. It has like a hint of berry to it as well, and once these dry down, they look even better. And then I have this one, which I featured in a video recently as well. It's the NYX Cosmetics Soft Matte Lip Cream in London, and this one alone's a nice nude, but on top of Chestnut by MAC, the lip liner, it creates like a brownish nude. And I really love the color of this, but I'm not a big fan of the formula of these anymore. I feel like they get really crumbly and sometimes they get a little bit streaky when applying. So I have to find a liquid lipstick that is like exactly like this or similar, but with a better formula. But that's what it looks like. It has a little bit of a peachy orange hint to it, but it's the perfect tone, especially like for a nude. It's the perfect tone for my skin tone. And the one that I was saying that I don't know if it's discontinued or not is ColourPop's liquid lipstick in Love Bug. My swatches are actually very terrible, but it's this one right here, and it dries down to a very like a burnt orange color, but it has a hint of red in it as well. So I only have a few products left. This next product is actually a makeup product, but I forgot to include it. But it kind of goes with the skincare stuff anyway. And it's the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. And I like to use this after makeup application. You can use it before to prep and prime your skin, but I like to use it after because it takes away any powderiness. And I mainly apply this like on the outer parts because that's where I want it to look a lot less powdery and I want it to look a lot more skin-like, I guess you can say. So you can use this all over, or you can use it just in certain areas. And then for skincare, I have a few newer products that I've been using like crazy, and I showed you guys these I think on Instagram and on Snapchat. And one of them is this Origins Original Skin Retexturizing Mask with Rose Clay. And I've really been liking this for my skin because I do have texture on my cheeks from my acne, and I find that this really helps to smooth out the skin. And I'm not a huge mask person and I'm not a huge exfoliating person. I like to keep my skincare very minimal because that's what my skin tends to like. But lately, the products I'm going to talk about right now, this one and another one, have just been doing it for me, and they haven't caused any more breakouts. Like, usually when I use masks or when I use just different skincare products, my skin automatically breaks out. It's like, no, this is not what you normally use. You gotta stop. But this product has been doing it for me. This one's really good for, just resurfacing and making the skin really smooth. And another one that has been making my skin really, really soft is this Dermalogica Daily Micro Foliant. And you can use this every day, which I wouldn't recommend, just because I wouldn't recommend exfoliating your skin every day. But they do say that this can be used on an everyday basis. I like to use this only 2 to 3 times a week. And oh my gosh, you guys, seriously, like I honestly thought that this was going to be one of the products that was going to automatically break me out. I thought it was going to be really harsh on my skin, but it's not. This one's really different because it's actually a powder. I put too much, but it's a powder. And then you put water on it and then you rub it together and it activates the product. Trust me, like this product is so good. I'm definitely going to have to buy a backup. And then the last product I want to talk about is such a simple product that I feel like a lot of times we tend to forget, and it's a lip balm. And I cannot go a day without lip balm, and I'm not kidding you when I say that. I have a lip balm in my car. I have a lip balm in like every single purse that I have. I have 2 lip balms or a few in my room, and I just always have, and I have a lip balm in my backpack that I take to school, because I don't like the feeling of having dry, gross lips. Like I always have some kind of lip balm on if I don't have a lipstick or something. And this is like, it's a super basic lip balm, and you can seriously find this anywhere. But the one I've really been liking lately is the Carmex Classic Lip Balm, and this is a medicated lip protectant. I found mine at my doctor's office. They were selling them there. And I was like, what? I've never seen it in a little pot like this. So I picked it up. They do have it in the squeeze out one. And I think they have just like the regular lip, like a regular chapstick. But I don't know. I really like this one. It has a really nice minty feel to it. And it actually hydrates. So those are all of my fall beauty essentials. Let me know if you're thinking of trying out any of these products. And also let me know what some of your fall beauty essentials are. And if you want me to do a fall lifestyle essentials, let me know. So it's going to be like clothing, fragrances, candles, like anything like that, anything lifestyle related. So if you guys want me to do a fall essentials lifestyle edition, let me know in the comments and give this video a thumbs up. That way I can film that for you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you all in my next video.